Good morning, everyone. I'm super excited today because it's February, which means there's only like 2 more months of winter, and it'll warm up and I won't have to freeze every time I leave my house. So that's what I'm excited about today. What are you excited about today? So today I want to talk about the 5 habits that I've used to help build my confidence. So if anyone knows me before, I'm not really a very I never used to be a very confident person. I was always really shy. I'm scared to talk to people if I didn't know them or wasn't comfortable around them. I was always like the person who would walk into a room and sit by myself because I don't want to be around like people I don't know. And now, like, I've realized how much I love actually connecting with people and meeting new people. And like there's so many amazing people out there. And in order to do that, I have to be confident enough to actually approach people, to go up to them and introduce myself. So I've worked a lot on my confidence, and today I want to share with you how I did that and what helps. And hi, Mom, I saw you comment, so how are you? Hi, Steph. Thank you. Thanks for watching. So the first habit that I implemented to help me build my confidence is every morning, which a lot of people do, I wake up and I find 3 things that I'm grateful for. And this can be anything. But on top of that, after I pick the 3 things that I'm grateful for, I also pick 1 thing about myself that I like or admire. So this is different every day, and it can change. Like lately, 1 thing that I've said is, last week I started going to these classes like yoga and Tai Chi, and I never used to like be comfortable. I would always want someone to go with. I don't want to go unless I have a friend to come with me. So last week I actually started going to these classes and I just went by myself. So 1 thing that the past week that I said that I like about myself was that I felt comfortable going by myself. And then other times, like sometimes I wake up and I say, I like my hair today. And that's something that like each day I find 1 thing that I like about myself, and it gets me focusing on the good things rather than the bad. And that has raised my confidence levels the more that I do that. The second habit that I've implemented is self-care and occasional pampering. And this is something that I talked about last week, and you can tune into that video if you like, of all of my self-care practices and why it's so important. But real quick, the one thing I talk about all the time is my morning routine. Another thing I like to do is like my makeup. And I used to be really self-conscious if I didn't have makeup on. But now I don't really wear makeup that much. And it's more of like a treat. Like I don't feel like I have to put it on, but like this morning I had extra time and I felt like putting makeup on, so I put it on and it raised my confidence level. And it just makes me feel more fancy, but like I don't need it, so it's more of a treat. And then I like going out and like getting a pedicure or something like that, massage or like a haircut. I love people playing with my hair, so when I get haircuts, like that's just something that like makes you feel good, and when you feel good, you feel more confident. Oh, hi, Bill. I see your comment. Thanks for watching. My third one is exercising. And so exercising just is like a healthy habit anyways. But it raised my confidence because when I exercise, I feel better physically. And when you feel better physically, then you also feel better like mentally. Like if you're not in pain or, you have the energy, then you're going to feel better mentally as well. And also, scientifically, we all know this basically, that it releases your endorphins, which releases your serotonin, makes you happier overall. And when you're happier, it's so much easier to go up to people and talk to them because you're like, you're just like in a better mood. Steph said, AM routine is essential. Love this. Yes, I implemented my morning routine and so much things have changed for me. And my 4th habit that I've implemented is accepting compliments. And this is one of the biggest ones, and it's really simple, but something, especially as women and girls, we're kind of trained to not accept compliments. Like if someone says, oh, I like your shirt, and be like, oh, this thing, like it was a hand-me-down or something like that. Or if you work hard on a project and someone compliments you on it, you're like, oh, that was easy, even though you really put a lot of work into it. So one thing, like, instead of deflecting compliments when I get them, I started trying to accept them. So rather than saying anything about it, I just say thank you now. So if someone says, oh, your hair looks good today, I'd be like, oh, thank you. Or you did really good on this project, I'd be like, oh, thank you. And that allows me to actually accept the compliment. And then when I don't deflect it, and I can actually think about it and be like, you know what? I did actually work really hard on that project, and I am proud of myself. So that's a really simple thing, just changing how you respond to compliments, and that's helped me a lot because you can accept them more. And the fifth and final habit that I want to talk about today is celebrating your accomplishments. So one thing that I always do is I accomplish something, and then I'm already on to the next thing and what I want to do. So my goal this week was to go, I don't know, I'll talk about my website. My goal this week was to finish one page on my website. And then I finished one page on my website, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all these other things that I still have to do on my website. But like, instead of thinking about all things that I haven't done yet, I started to think about what I have done yet. And that's helped me because, like, yeah, I still have all this stuff to do, but look at how much I've already accomplished. And a really good example of this is that end of the year, in this December of 2017, I was kind of like overwhelmed with all the stuff that I wanted to do and hadn't done yet. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a list of accomplishments that I did for this year. And I wrote them out, and there were so many. And I was able to actually see how far I've come from January 2017 to December 2017. And I was amazed. So, like, I'm actually really proud of myself. But before I made that list, like, I didn't know. So that helped me raise my confidence just by bringing to my attention everything that I actually have done. And if you think about it, you probably have accomplished a lot more than you're letting yourself think you have. So those are my 5 habits that I've implemented that have raised my confidence levels, and I'll go through them one more time. 1 is being grateful towards myself, finding things that I like each morning. 2, self-care and occasional pampering. 3, exercising. 4, accepting compliments rather than deflecting them. And 5, celebrating my accomplishments. And as promised, I do have a gift for you. So I've been working really hard on this for the last few weeks, and I'm ready to give it out. But I've been working on a goal setting and habit implementation workbook, and it's ready. Today's the first day that I'm going to give it out. But the point of the workbook is to, basically, it's going to help you go through your goal, figure out exactly what you want, and then walk you through steps of finding the right habits you can implement to help you with that goal. So you can use it if you want to use it for the confidence, like I talked about today. You could use it to help you instill habits to increase your confidence. And it does take a long time. Like, I started doing this stuff a while ago, and over time, it gradually increases. So it's not going to happen overnight, but the habits, that's why you instill the habits, because it will happen. You can also use it to help you instill a morning routine that I've talked about all the time. You can use it for any goal that you have. So I'll put the link to that in the comments, and you can just go right there and throw in your name and your email, and it will send the workbook right over to you. And if you like the workbook or think that it's really valuable, please let me know, because I worked really hard and I really hope that it's helpful. So this is all of my tips towards confidence in my free gift. So I'm going to end this video and add that comment real quick, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching, everyone.